Hey, hello, and welcome back to my little podcast, the number one podcast in the Odyssey universe. I've now been joined by another person. We have the usuals,
Yay!
me. we have Sonic face planting. We have Hooded Alvin and an unknown person. Please introduce yourself, person.
Hi, I am Zane Van Wyck of Van Wyck Productions or YouTube Van Wyck Productions Live.
Oh, two of them. Yes. So we're just in. Oh, hang on, he ended it there. Oh god, that would have failed. Okay, we already have someone watching. That is love. That is brilliant news. So
Oh,
what we're
nice.
here to
Yeah,
be, what we're here to do is just
yeah,
like the last episode, chat shit, and and uh,
yeah, exactly.
and when we have guests, and we'll give them interviews and discuss certain topics.
Yeah, of course.
Uh huh.
So like,
Like again,
what if
we were discussing for about 5 minutes over a Christmas special and how I'm terrible at writing other people's doctors and that. When it comes to, except for Roberts, actually, Roberts and Breeze are the only ones I think I've written really well, and they've said they've never really wanted to rewrite anything. For some reason, that's always kind of happened, and I guess it's just because I kind of know them well. And actually, to be honest, I think it's because I don't really know the person really that well. I don't talk to them on a daily basis. If, say, Zane, I talk to you on a daily basis, I'd probably be able to know you a lot well. I'd be able to,
Right.
I know, but then again, I know what you like, kind of, but I don't know like everything. I'm not trying to say like I want to know
No,
everything.
no,
I'm
no.
just
I,
saying like I
I,
want
I,
to.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
just like I if I knew you like throughout the week, and we'd be able to kind of like have long conversations and
Uh huh.
and
Yeah.
that would sort of kind of inspire me to go, oh right, well I know him from that, and this is what he does, and this is what I can bring to the aspects of the character, and that's
Well, and see, the interesting thing with that is like, so I don't know Katie, like personally at all. Like I don't think I've even talked to Katie. But
oh
yet,
no,
when I've wrote for her doctor for your stuff and for some of my stuff, at least correct me if I'm wrong, but at least from what I remember, most of the time you've actually been pretty happy with like how I've wrote her
yeah,
doctor.
because it's been usually the writing with Katie's Doctor that you've done. I feel kind of brings on a lot of the aspects that I've done, and it's still the same character. Again, it's not a character who I think if if I rewrote the character, it would be better in that. I just think whatever you've done is really good in that, and that's why I like you know that's why I've liked whenever you've kind of wrote the kind of characters in the two like specials that there are. Again, I'm talking about the other one, which won't be coming out until Halloween, which is weird.
Right.
Like you wrote that like was it late last year? Was that beginning of
Yeah,
this year?
it was last year, but I planned it that way. So
Unlike me, who did a Christmas special, who planned a Christmas special in November and did it during December, whilst doing like the whole series 2 investigations, which kind of ruined that as well. I think series 2, not series 2, episode 2, which is by the way the same episode that's been stuck in the editing stage. Had the longest between kind of
Yeah.
me putting down ideas and that. That one was more sort of the ideas weren't sticking, and the whole structure of the episode I think changed about 5 or 6 times because I wasn't sure about like
right.
where this was going to go, and that's why I also eliminated an episode because I thought
Yeah.
the six that would have been in series 2, instead of just having the special which is in series 2 and I count that as one, and then the other one. So if you see the titles and they say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that's not true. The Christmas one counts as one, and that's because it does start some stuff, and there are aspects that will come into series 2, and that I'm not revealing anything. I've been off.
Oh,
Thanks, Robert.
hello.
That's
It's Robert. Goodbye, all.
okay.
Wait, what?
What do you mean there?
Wait a minute.
Just
Is that the real Robert? Or is that fake
that is
Robert?
the real Robert. It's not the troll Robert. I don't think.
The troll.
Oh.
There's a troll, Robert.
Yeah, because
There was
Robert had
a troll,
invaded
Robert,
by
I think,
a
on
lot of
his
trolls, unfortunately.
streams,
So did I.
about twice.
Mm,
Can you confirm, Robert? If you're in the comments, can you confirm if you're the real Robert or not? Just like
Can confirm.
because-
I'm Robert.
Yes. Like he pulls off his mask and it turns out it's actually dun 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 Connor McCluskey.
oh gosh.
It could be Sir Saint Grant because he's a master of disguise. Because the master is a master of disguises.
he is.
I am a troll. Ha ha ha. You're getting banned. Moo ha 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 ha. Burn with me.
Right.
Oh my
God.
gosh. Robert.
Is he drunk? It is real
No,
Robert though, which
I
is
don't think
good.
he is
Yeah,
drunk,
yep,
no.
yep.
It is real Robert.
I was
I've
looking
got
for
his
his
actual
name,
channel
obviously,
as
but no,
a chat moderator, so it is real Robert.
Ah, right.
You're more than
okay,
welcome
it
to
is.
burn,
Yes, I know.
burn with us and organise a 42 week watch instead of Dave the Doctor.
Yes. We're talking about that as well. Like it's weird that they haven't one, but it's just like it's not even the 10th anniversary of that episode, anyways. Like, the 10th anniversary of that episode actually comes out on Friday, I think, Thursday or Friday, which is weird. So between 2020 and 2023, if we're gonna have the 60th anniversary, they're gonna have to invent a day so we can kind of postpone that. And it's not even in a leap year because 2023 is not in a leap year, so it just
Yeah.
why?
Yup.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we have two people watching. Oh, that's lovely. We have one of them identified.
Yes. I
Yeah,
identify yourself.
The other one
You will
might.
identify.
The other one might be me since I'm also on the other YouTube page.
talk about a false shift.
We've got a full audience of one person who's already watched and one person that we already know. Oh, good. That's good. That's great.
Yeah, we have our guest watching. You
Well,
can
I
actually
mean-
know what's going on.
yes. So yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway,
Unless Shane really doesn't know what's going on, he just needs like some real
clarification.
clarification of like, oh, I need to watch this so I can remember what I'm doing on this thing as well.
We have a small
Which is-
channel known
which
by
is-
the name of Van Wicks Presentations. Okay, I think. What have you done with Robert? And who are you?
Oh
No,
boy.
he's always gotten Zane's name wrong. I've only got it wrong a couple of times, but I do apologize about that. It's probably because you know.
Oh, I'm used to it at this point.
Yeah.
Do you do when you're in in your job get your name like really horribly mispronounced
Like, wait, when I work, you said, or?
yeah when you work I'm just saying. Of course work.
Well, usually I don't have to give my full name when I work. So the one thing though is when I'm on the phone at work though, most of the time I do get called a woman because my voice is not exactly as deep as it probably should be. So, put
Sound
that.
like a woman.
Well, on a phone, like a landline phone, it kind of how when it goes through the phone, it kind of transcribes it, like and kind of modulates. Yeah. So I've been called ma'am and miss a lot on the phone, and I've just been like I've just gone with it because it's like I'm not wasting the time trying to fix this.
Robert got kidnapped by a giant fez, everyone. So that's just okay.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh,
Fez incoming.
okay. So
Like for anything can happen. For instance, a fez.
Fez.
That was, to be fair, Tenet was pretty cool.
I still.
See,
I
I am
mean-
surprised that I never got a fez for my 11th Doctor. I have like literally all the other like clothes items, but I never got a fez for him.
I'm surprised that you'd want a Fez for your 11th Doctor because, as you said yesterday, you said you didn't kind of compare him.
Well, like I did say,
Direct
like
Matt Smith. You said like
Well,
you've got aspects of Matt Smith, but it's not directly Matt Smith. Yeah.
no, but I mean, heck, wearing a fez though, that's just it's almost as cool as wearing a bow tie, man. So, I mean,
Yeah,
how
of
could
course.
you not resist a fez? Like,
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor didn't resist the Fez, so there you go. It's not.
To be fair, I think
Exactly.
Peter Capaldi would pick it up and burn it.
yes,
Yes.
I agree.
Fizz.
Then again, I was gonna say something about like comparing your Doctor to the 11th Doctor, but again, I'm not sure because this is kind of spoilers for your very last episode you did.
Well,
I
if it's
don't know,
if it's already released, just
it's
I
not
mean,
it's not from this year. If you're asking, it's from last year because I know you've got some projects that you're doing this year, so your Doctor's not really done your last episode.
I can easily
Yes,
resist.
but what I mean is like last episode in your series, like
Yeah.
Enemy of Two.
you can talk about it. I mean, it's been out for
Yeah,
about a few months now, so
Yeah.
I know, but like people can be lazy and they might go like, "Huh? I didn't know that this character was in this." Because
well,
I suppose
you've had you've all had a few months to watch it, so so
Well,
so
but then
spoilers
again,
are
Robert
open
hasn't-
game now.
Robert,
So
like as Robert said, he didn't even start watching the Christmas special until like now, so that's kind of
well, that is Robert though, like you know.
yeah.
Does-
He does.
we're just going to rip apart Robert knowing the fact that he's watching. Let's criticise his entire life.
I can't remember how long it took him to watch something. I can't remember which project was it that he took long to watch. I think it was something like that.
Anyways,
I remember-
what were you going to mention about my technically last episode?
Amy Pond. I was going to mention the character of Amy Pond because she doesn't appear until the last episode, and what you'd expect is, your 11th, if your 11th Doctor is based on your 11th Doctor, you'd have an Amy Pond or series, and it was strange when I found out that I was doing the last one, and I was thinking, well, again, you should have done it earlier than that. But again, this is a completely different kind of type of Doctors. Your 10th Doctor as well doesn't really mention a lot of the companions and that he had, so it can be different. Like,
because I don't remember if you remember in the live action series, but I think it was season 1 when Connor's Doctor goes into that like parallel dimension, and we meet like the parallel version of Jenna, which I think was Jenny. I can't remember. I feel like I did, but the parallel Jenny was actually like our universe's 10th Doctor's companion that he
or as the other universe guys and gals call it, the Prime Universe, obviously.
right. Yes. Yep. But
I mean, it's pretty weird that we've got you as the reasoning universe, even though we've never really asked you. Is there a real proper name? So Robert.
No, that's pretty much it. Because I mean, really, like my Other Worlds series, like in front of it, I have Doctor Who: The Reasoning, Other Worlds.
Yeah.
So the reasoning
universe
that's pretty accurate. So I mean, I stick to that pretty close.
It is weird to call it the reasoning universe and not something like maybe like the universe of something else.
just call it something random, like the universe of cod and chips.
Well, then again, because I didn't at the time of doing the first 2 series, like I think I was still in Harry's. I can't remember because I think I was still in Harry's, and they've mentioned Avalon for some reason in one of their films. I'm just like, at that point, I can't even really answer it. They didn't even actually say Avalon; they said Bree's name, so that kind of botches everything up. So apparently, my Doctor has a companion called Bree. Then again, the person who said it was George Marshall and not Harrison Cope. So I can
George Marshall
feel he might have got the name wrong.
Oh my.
Yeah, and that's just weird. But it's just like, if you're talking about stuff like that contradicts other universes and that, I'm just like, for some reason they count my audio as canon, but
When-
yeah,
when you're
it's not
watching a
canon anymore. And to be
when the
honest,
person
I
watching the
don't
stream
even
watches
know what their
tweet.
canon is anymore because they've lost George Marshall, they've lost a couple of doctors and that, and I just suspect that they've just got their own canon and that. And
Right.
I think
Like
you know,
separating
they
off and
just don't
doing their
care
own
anymore.
thing is probably the best thing they could have done if they're going
Yeah,
to lose a lot of
exactly.
what they have.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. But it's
Which is
better,
what
than,
I'm-
it's better than doing
and
the
I know I shouldn't-
sort of sorry.
Like, I know I shouldn't really
Doing the-
do this,
the-
but I've
the,
separated my canon. I've written it in a way that it stands on its own.
Well, see, the thing with what I do with, like, so when I introduced my 15th Doctor, because all my other Doctors were, like, previously
Yeah.
were live action. So when I introduced my 15th Doctor, so she had her kind of her own path, but, like, I made slight references to, like, my 11th Doctor audio series, and kind of like minuscule references to the live action, but like for the most part, I try to keep it kind of her own story, so she wasn't like so much like tied to like previous canon and everything. Like because obviously like with my 11th Doctor, I very obviously include stuff from the Prime BBC universe. Like it's very apparent, but like I still make it kind of like, yeah, it's from that universe, but here's our twist on it and our like
Yeah.
iteration
Yeah,
of
like
it.
yeah, and again, that's why I was saying about like your Amy Pond and that she's not like the Prime Universe Amy Pond and that, and she's kind of like I don't even know if she's married to Rory. Maybe she's married to a Rory in your universe, and maybe you have a Rory in your universe, but you just never.
So the one thing,
Will we had permanent death in that universe? Maybe.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
but so the one thing, and this was years ago that I explained this, but so my 11th Doctor is half in the Prime universe, half in my Reasoning universe. So where my Doctor started was where the 11th Doctor and the Prime BBC universe started. So he did have Amy and Rory. He did have Clara for a sec there, except he actually kept living after Clara left instead of regenerating. So, just expanded his life by like thousands of years.
Oh right.
Because I could.
Yes. And instead of like Clara coming in, it's like, oh, we've got these characters and that.
Well, yeah, and I think it's even you that mentioned it. Like one time, I think you mentioned that you liked the newer companions that I introduced from my Doctor compared to like the actual companions. Like, see, I had Jordan. Well, I had two versions of Jordan. The human one, and then the one that turned out to be my
spoilers.
Yeah,
for anybody who hasn't
if you haven't seen season 4 of my 11th Doctor audio series, here's a bit of spoilers. So go watch it if you haven't.
Yeah,
Or,
technically, saying about Amy in your last one is actually less of a spoiler than saying about why there's two Jordans
Right.
in your
Yeah.
universe. And that's,
Oh, yeah.
Because
And then-
again, the two Jordans are story concerns and that, and Amy's really kind of like, without spoiling it again for people who haven't seen it,
Well,
is a character who's brought in to help, but it's not sort of like plot relevant as much. I think.
well, see, the way I saw it, it was more of a book ending. Because, like, since the 11th Doctor started with Amy, he's going to end seeing her last. Like,
Right.
but just like the BBC did as well, but I think
Yeah.
mine just made a little more sense than
Yeah.
just being like a random illusion.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I was still emotional when I saw that in the BBC version. But it's like, I felt like this could have been more though. But
Then again,
I think-
it's not as weird as something that will come up later. I can't speak of it. Obviously, it's spoilers,
mhm.
but it's something that again, Katie, me, and you thought of. But to be honest, as you were saying before, like your first face and your last face. But
Oh
I
yeah,
can't say really, but it's like it's weird because the first phase and the last phase are completely different. We can't actually get the first phase because actually I can't even remember why I can't get Shannon back again. I think she was getting a job or something like that, and that's the reason why I can't get back. Then again, I did ask her like to do stuff for like EDC and that, and that never came about. But never mind.
Well, that's a shame.
Like I asked her. I said it's 2 lines, and that she was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll do them. And then she never did them. No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes. There's a reveal spoiler for you. Like we try to get Shannon in for a bit in EDC, but then again, EDC doesn't have the investigative doctor in it, so it doesn't make sense. So okay,
No.
no, like that's without spoiling it.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah. But then. But
Talking about
then.
spoilers, and we just. Yeah.
Right.
We haven't mentioned River Song. Why is River Song not in your series?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the BBC's done her enough.
Too much. Too much,
Like-
in my opinion.
A little bit too much. So I kind of agree with that. So it's like, do I really want to focus on her? Like, I think I've mentioned her in like 1 or 2 episodes, but that's it. So like
Yeah.
But,
But
My opinion.
like
is
I was
changing on that,
going to
but
ask is
that's
like
just-
what when the husbands because whilst you were doing your I can't remember if it was live actions whilst you're doing your live action series and River Song returned in the Husbands of River Song, right?
yep.
What was your kind of reaction to like her returning in that without you kind of knowing in that? Was that like, you know, because you didn't put her in your series and that, and
No.
I was thinking, did that instigate any returns? That I was like, oh well, you could put River Song
No,
in?
because really, like for me, like from the beginning, like I obviously like I wanted to use Amy Pond, which I did, and there's a few other characters that I used, but like for the most part, I'm like I kind of want to take my continuation of the 11th Doctor in a different direction. Like so,
That's understandable.
yeah. So like, it's not that I'm opposed to using River Song. I'm not. It's just the fact that I feel like there's no point in me really using her when I'm going a different direction from where
Yeah.
her story really, goes and ends. So,
Would
but
you
yeah.
have ever used her?
oh, probably, yeah. If the right story came around,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the case for anyone in a way.
yeah.
That's the reason why I'm not really after series 2, like I don't that was no I'm messing that up. That's the reason why I haven't brought in Avalon again after Northern Chronicles, because
Because you're too northern.
what?
You're too northern. You got
No, not that. Because it was sort of like because the new Doctor, I thought we'll put in a kind of a new era, but it turns out like most of that kind of got turned into we're gonna reference the past era a lot more. I thought, like looking back at it, like when I did the first version, it was a bit new and that, and we did.
She
reference,
did. Yeah, that's right.
We did reference. We can say this. We did reference the Rani a lot because that was from the last episode, but that was like last episode. You can reference that, and like Elizabeth Delilah and that we were going to reference because this is when we were going to have that spin-off series, which I still have to thank you for, Zane.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So looking forward to when that
But
comes out. eventually.
when that got redone, everybody just decided to change it to let's kind of just do these like characters that we used to do in the old series, and I was like, yeah. One of my main things about when I was writing, I think the early stuff, or I think it was like during series 2 of Northern Chronicles even, was I write for, and I'm going to ask you about this scene as well. I write for 3 people. I think I've asked you before about this, but I write for 2 or 3 kinds of people. One of them is myself. The second one is for the viewer who's kind of continued about the story and that, and they keep watching and that. And the third one is for new viewers who are coming in and they just want to watch like this episode, even though it's like weird that they probably want to watch episode 8 out of 12 and that. But maybe some people might want to watch that one instead of something like 1 or something like that, because maybe episode 1 kind of sucks and episode 8
Right.
is really good in that.
Mm.
But what I'm trying to think is, whilst you've done both your live action and your audio stuff, have you ever kind of had the mentality to write, just not just for yourself, but for the viewers who that have continued on the story and for new viewers as well? Because I know your stuff is more intertwined than that, and it it develops on viewing it from the start and that, and
Right.
that's why, you know, when Robert came into your series and that, he was raving about, you know, your episode with him. I didn't go directly to his episode because I was afraid in case, you know, what happens if I watch his episode and I'm really confused in that.
Right.
Even though I didn't do that for the live action stuff, I went to Sidney Richards who's it for Sidney Richards and Sidney Beck? 'Cause I always get them
Sidney
confused.
Beck is 13th Doctor. Sidney Richards is the 14th.
Sidney Richards, right? Sidney Richards is the that was the first series I ever saw of your stuff. To be frank, that was also the same way I saw Bree stuff, because in 2017, this must have been a bit after Jodie's Doctor came around. I was looking for like female Doctor series, and that's how I found your series, Bree's series, and Velocity. And I do have to thank that kind of weird searching time for that, because without that, I wouldn't be working with 2 of them and admiring one of them. Actually, and I nearly did work on Velocity as well, if you want to know. But I don't know if I can tell, because I'm not sure. Sydney, right? Can you correct this for me? Robert's saying Sydney Back, and we're saying Sydney Beck. Which one is it?
It's Back. Back.
Right, I've always had it as Beck for some reason because of the singer-songwriter.
Oh yeah, no, it's Back.
Okay.
Okay, right, Cindy Back. Okay.
But yes,
But anyway, back to that question
to answer your
yeah.
question. So
Yeah.
yes, so I write for everybody, and the reason I involve stuff from the BBC universe is so some of the people who like know of Doctor Who have watched the BBC Doctor Who. When they watch or listen to my stuff, it's like, oh hey, that's a reference to this episode, to this moment, and the like actual show, but now it's like still relevant and like this stuff. I mean, honestly, yes. So I write for myself, as obviously, and then I do write for the people who have kind of been with my series, like since the live action stuff. And then so the one thing that, because yes, I do write for new viewers, but at the same time, I kind of like you've kind of mentioned, I kind of give them the choice of, okay, this is like the actual first start, but if you want to start somewhere else, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, for the most part, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you've seen too much of my stuff, Matt, but like for the most part, I think it's pretty easy to catch up on what's going on.
Yeah, which is why when again I saw Cindy Richards series and I saw some elements from the previously live action series, I kind of watched her series first and I kind of got it, and then went back and went, oh right, so I'm gonna get a bit more into this. And again, that was also with the audio series and that, and I didn't even if I started with Robert's Doctor's episodes.
Yeah. So the
Actually,
one.
actually, wait a minute. I don't think I actually started with his ones. I think it was for Sarah J. No, yes, I'm correcting myself. It was for Sarah Jane Smith, which was the first thing I think I heard you in.
Oh
It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
Robert's- It wasn't Robert's stuff. It was that one, because I remember I'm a bit of an admirer over Sylvia stuff, because she's such a good Sarah Jane, and
Oh, yeah.
I really kind of like those episodes and that. And I remember listening to you and Robert especially in those, even though Robert's performance can be improved. And I hope she does a redo of that. I hope you guys get to do a redo of that, because I feel like now you can definitely do a redo of that, and
Right.
it would be much better. But I think I heard those first, and then I was like, oh, Zane, I can remember his live action stuff. Is that what he sounds like? Oh, right, okay. I'll just go through his stuff. And that.
Yes. Who is this high mid range person who's speaking on the screen?
I can't remember, but it might have been that I recognized you from. I recognized the voice from the live action stuff. It wasn't like I recognized it completely. It was like I recognized. Probably maybe one of the two characters you might like one of the two characters you might play in that or something like that, and then recognize your voice. And then when it came to seeing your channel, I was like, oh, that's him. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Fast forward a few years.
Fast forward a few years. Yes.
Ooh,
Oh no! Did it actually take me longer to actually get into it? Because I got do you remember when I actually started watching them? Listening to the audio series? Because I remember I think I texted you every time I did. So this might have been like 2018 or something like that.
Yeah.
No,
that
actually, I
sounds
think
right.
it might be 2019 because.
Well, I think it was towards the end of 18, like beginning of 19.
Yeah, because I think most of the stuff was out, and the only stuff that wasn't out was the rest of Series 4, I think. And that.
No, I think. What was it? Season 4 or was it season 5?
Season 4, I think, because I remember waiting for the last episode of 4. Oh, no, it might have started when season 4 wasn't complete, and then by the time I got to season 4, then I think that was when season 5 was.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember kind of getting to that and thinking, oh, right, I'm gonna have to wait for the rest of them. And that was weird.
Luckily, I finally got those done.
Yeah. Was it hard to kind of like when they came out, was it hard to kind of realize it'd been that long since you'd done the last one and that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like it has been with the latest 15 Doctor episodes, because that hasn't been around since.
That came out. Oh gosh, was that
one, which I'm commending you for, because I'm sorry. Because I'm really interested in like how the next one's gonna come out, even though I know everything about it.
I was gonna say you voiced one. Yeah,
I voiced one of the characters as well. Which one did I voice? I can't remember.
I mean, this would.
No one knows.
It's on the poster, so it's not really a spoiler. But you voiced the Judoon.
Oh, did I? Oh crap!
Which you
Human.
which I did find out you did miss one line.
What did I miss?
Oh no!
It was like one of those lines that kind of hides within, like, between two people's dialogue. So I will. I can either send that, or I can record it and just kind of be like a different Judoon, like, guard or whatever.
Right. I think I know the reason for this is because I control F every time I have a line, and that I still do that. It's like I did that with like the recent role that of Lord President I did. It was like all the voice lines of just Lord President. I just control F and Lord President. So if any lines I miss, it's just because I'm controlling F in that. But then again, I have done it where I've done a bit of both, where I've done that and then I've probably like put a space in and then try and find any lines that says continued as well.
Right.
And that.
Yeah.
But maybe sometimes I miss a line, like just because I forget, and that's.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember if you forgot any lines like in the Christmas special on that. I can't remember. I don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
Somebody else
No.
did.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. No, it might have been.
And I
can't even remember the guest star I had.
I don't think. Well, and I don't think Catherine did either.
No, I don't think Catherine did either. Maybe it might have been Kay. I don't know, but she's never really missed a line or anything like that. Yeah, she's maybe like misinterpreted a different word or something like that, and I can hear the takes. Like again, the latest episode, there's been like one or two takes of like words that have been like changed and that, and I'm like, oh, that does make it sound a little bit weirder, but maybe that is, you know, you can say that.
Hmm.
One... Yes,
Yeah.
I'm rambling. I'm sorry.
No, it's-
I'm also
Sorry,
watching
I'm
Enchanted.
going on to
I'm
say,
also watching
if Robert
Disney's
even
Enchanted in the
cares,
background, so that's the reason why I'm probably like not kind of like on the point. I'm just like watching something, and I'm
Yeah.
really focused on watching that something, and that's probably why. Also, I like Enchanted. It's a good film.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Anyway, if
So,
Robert,
so yeah, I'm
if
gonna. I'm
Robert-
gonna. Oh gosh, what's
Robert,
Robert
if you-
doing now?
Robert, if you care, you might want to comment something interesting. You can't even
Ask
hear me.
Zane some questions like.
Ask
when
Zane, me,
when
or
is
Thomas
Elizabeth
anything,
Delilah
even though
Chronicles
you probably
coming
know.
out?
Coming never, but
Coming
hopefully
out,
that could be wrong.
Oh my.
Like, yeah, prove us wrong. 'Cause,
Yeah.
we want to know. We want to know why there's two Elizabeth Delilahs. Why is there two Elizabeth Delilahs? Eh? Find out.
Oh no!
Oh gosh.
That's probably the case. Oh no! Moment.
But okay,
Isn't that-
okay. So Thomas has kind of had the floor for a while. So Matt, do you have anything you want to ask or anything?
Oh well, Thomas Thomas mainly covers everything I have to ask you. Unfortunately,
That's all right.
This is why you have me on. Is because I just make,
yeah, you can do it much.
You
You can do it much faster.
Yes, like
Because
Matt
I
just say
struggle. I
nothing, and I
stutter.
make myself just say about too many things and that. This is so much like part of the podcast. I remember that show.
This is part of the podcast is iconic but failed. Remember that, Thomas.
No, it didn't fail. It's just what it was.
You got bored.
Was that it was iconic. It went on for a while, and then I just stopped it because I just
Sod it. Don't want to do it.
Sod's law. That's it.
Bruh.
Anyways, I think I ended it like about 3 times or something like that, and then I think the
You get them.
fourth time it was like,
I started. I was going to make a meme if you brought it back again because
yeah,
when Thomas brings back part of the podcast, ah shit, here we go again.
yeah.
Robert says
Oh my
Thomas has the
gosh.
floor of a while, so Thomas kindly. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
It's a little bit accurate, but that's the same on your streams, Robert. You just start writing. I'm sorry for looking into you again,
You
but you
just
just
have
start
angry
writing
face on.
episodes and doing art, showing off artworks.
I could
Sorry.
just mute myself and watch the rest of Enchanted if you want. I can.
Oh gosh.
ooh, ha ha ha.
Yes. Oh, there's a double comment there. Double comment, guys.
That's probably
Uh-huh.
a glitch.
Yes.
Don't jump to conclusions.
All right.
And
Actually, I actually want to ask you this thing. Have you got any questions to ask us?
oh yeah, that's a good one. Ooh,
Hmm.
ha ha ha.
I don't think I do, to be
Could be
honest.
anything.
Well, that's a shame.
I don't know.
You could ask about like what's going on with Punish and that, because you know nothing. About
I'm good on that. I've
Then again,
had
if you want to know anything about Punish, you just-
I've had enough input from both you, Thomas, and Robert, kind of on Punished. That like I don't want to know anymore. So
That's fair enough. I don't
Well,
tend to
if-
ask
if-
specific
if
details.
if you want to know even more, you could just read the Odyssey Universe Bible.
Oh, I did,
It's
I did,
Available now to
yeah.
only Odyssey Universe members only, because we're not letting people that, like.
yeah,
Well, I don't want to say, but
yeah.
Mhm,
Reasons,
exactly.
reasons. Yep.
Reasons.
Yeah.
That's the
Um,
reason why we kind of only let like certain people on it, because apparently somebody got access. Somebody who we used to have had access to it, and I pointed it out, and I was like, and then we was like, right, we're not gonna let them have access to it anymore.
Yeah.
That guy
So
was-
we should be
that
we should
guy
be getting
will
more people
nameless,
joining
But
in
if he
or
knows who
something.
he is, because apparently he watches Matt's stuff, well then, what I'm going to say is, why were you on it?
What?
Never mind. Anyways, Matt,
We should have more people
Matt, take
joining
over. I'm going to
soon.
watch the rest of Enchanted.
Yeah, we should have more people coming to join us soon, which is great news because the Day of the Doctor rewatch is going to
Oh, yeah.
end in about 10 minutes. If I liked the story more, I probably would have watched it. But then again, I want to keep my podcast consistency going.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, every time I try to start one, it's a bit like Thomas, feel free to make a meme about it. But like every time I started it, I always stopped after the first episode because either it goes really badly or just becomes a meme. 'Cause the first time we tried it, I didn't have the I had complications, and the next time around, I just stopped because I just couldn't be asked.
Well,
Yeah, so example,
why
I
do you
did
think that? Why do you think I did something for free series and then stopped? It's like everything. I start doing it for free series and I kind of just stop, and then like Nova Chronicles that only kind of continue because of Brie. Investigations didn't get a series 3. I never wanted to get a series. That was like for series 2. That was like weird because the original series 2 I never wanted to do no the series 2. It was going to be just one series and then that was it because of the original actress who shall be unnamed and will never be named because you don't deserve to be named. Punished. We've got 2 series planned, and for EDC we've got 1 series now. And can we say that we've got a second series?
Yeah, I mean we're starting on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but we're not doing the first series because
I don't like. I don't feel it needs 3 seasons. I think 2 seasons.
2 seasons is enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
The story goes on for 2 seasons and that, and so it's really strange that I ever go in 2 or 3s about projects and that. So and I never just do one of them. Never.
Well, see, like I find it interesting. Like my 15th Doctor only lasted 1 season. Paradox only lasted 1 episode. But then my 11th Doctor like lasted 5 seasons plus like side episodes.
Which is weird because I think originally you just wanted to do that for about 3 or 4 seasons. I think it was.
Yeah, because like after the 2nd season, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Oh, JK, I'm coming back.
JK.
Yeah, it's like we could make a meme about that as well, Thomas. Like, Zane is like, okay, I'm finishing this time, and in like a few months later, it's like, oh, come on, we're bringing him back again.
Yeah, that's why I said before, like his final episode, and then it turns out like he's doing all these side projects. It's not really his final episode.
Well,
yeah, come on, bringing him back.
Well, but like it is, but it's not like because all the other stuff that like I'm doing still now comes before obviously the end of season 5. Like, so I mean, technically the ending of season 5 is the last episode. All these episodes I'm doing now are just kind of more things that happen that you didn't hear like in the main storyline, pretty much.
I know I shouldn't be asking you questions because apparently everybody hates me and they don't want me to ask.
Robert.
You're not in charge of this, Robert, so you can't stop.
Anyway, yes, just
what I want to ask you, this is about series 5, was when you're. I think I've asked you this before. Forget me if I'm wrong if I have. Forget me if I'm wrong if I haven't.
Yep.
When you wrote series 5, did you have in your head this is like that sense of finality and the sense of this is the final season I'm doing, and what I'm doing is just going to be the last adventures of the 11th Doctor and that? And I can tell with like the episode, I can't remember the title of it, but episode 4 was 4, 5, 4, 3 or 4. I can't remember. It's the one where basically it's the clone 11th Doctor in that. That's the one where I kind of felt like this was his final season. This is like.
Well, no. So let me correct. Okay, so episode 3, which was the hidden. Episode 3 was the hidden enemy. So that's the one where the Zygons copy the Doctor, to kind of destroy UNIT. Episode 4 was oh gosh, I can't remember the name of that one, but that's the one where it wasn't a clone. It was a previous version of the 11th Doctor from his timeline that came to the future.
Ah, right.
And then
Yes.
the finale of season 5, he came back one more time to,
Yeah.
do stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, the thing with me is like, so obviously, yeah. So when I wrote season 5, like I'm like, I did kind of have the thought of, yeah, this is probably going to be like the last of the main like series stuff for my 11th Doctor.
Mhm.
Like I'm
Yeah.
going to kind of end the actual story here. But like with me, who does literally the writing, acting, artworks, music, and everything else, like I usually find that when I do the soundtracks for all these like episodes, like, especially the finale, like when I had to do those themes, like where it's like not the grand epic that I'm used to doing, but like kind of the more somber. It's like then that like in those moments, like it really starts to hit me. It's like, oh yeah, we're coming to like the end of like his actual journey. So like yeah, so it's usually, oddly enough, it's usually when I'm doing my music that it really starts to set in. That it's like, oh yeah, we're finally like getting to the end of everything that he was building up to.
Yeah, because in the first half, the first half definitely, like with the first episode, it didn't feel final and that, but in the second half, it really feels final. This felt when I was listening to it and watching it,
Mhm.
I was really feeling like these were the last ones that you'll kind of do with the main series and that. But with the first three, especially with that weird crossover with the 7th Doctor, I was thinking, oh, this is. I'm guessing Zane really didn't think this was going to be the last one, and maybe he might do series 6. And then when 4 came out, I was like thinking, oh sugar, this is really gonna be the last one. Because you're killing the Doctor, and I was thinking. Oh, we've got like 3 episodes left. So is the last 3 episodes for Connor McCluskey? Is it Connor? Is it Connor time?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry
Yeah.
about all these. I'm sorry about all these jokes about Connor, but
No, it's
It's
okay.
just-
It's okay.
resistible. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, well, because then I did the Enemy of Two as kind of like the actual closer. Which that one was with John Harper's Dark Doctor, which that one I did have fun with, like, because yeah, I got to create like bring in a new character, but then also pair him up with like 2 well-known enemies in the Doctor Who universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, but yeah, so.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm just watching the film and I'm laughing at a chipmunk. It's not Alvin.
But-
It's not Alvin though. It's like a CG
Oh, yes.
chipmunk, but it's not Alvin. And I'm just laughing at Timothy Spall and that, and it's just so kind of
all
funny.
chipmunk.
And I don't know why. But I'm just being really rude. Sorry, Zane.
No, you're okay. But okay, no, Thomas. I do have a question for you. I think I've asked something similar,
Oh.
but I'm going to ask this
Ooh.
anyways. So so clearly you could tell like that the end of my 11th Doctor's journey was coming towards the end, like the last 3 episodes of season 5. With that, keeping that in mind, what was your actual thoughts? Because like obviously you knew my Doctor was his end was coming. So what did you think about like how his relationship with your favorite companion of his, Gina, was going?
You cut that out there for me for a little bit. Can you answer the end of that question a bit? I heard like your favorite and then character. So I'm.
Oh,
also
yes,
Gina.
yes. Yes. Yeah, so basically I was asking like with knowing my Doctor was coming to an end, like what were your thoughts and feelings when it came to the end, like coming like you started realizing it was coming to the end, Like, what were you thinking? Like, oh, like, were you thinking like, oh, like what's going to happen to Gina, or like what's going on?
Yeah, I was thinking with the last four that you would do something like that Gina wouldn't be in the last episodes. That I thought Gina would have gone by four, and that after the Doctor's death, and that you'd have the last episodes without a companion because these are the last episodes, and obviously the Doctor kind of has that sense he might escape death once. I don't think he's going to escape death again. And this is well, it was really kind of good and also sad to kind of like see like where it ended up, like with just kind of that really sad ending to 5 and 6, and I think, did I tell you I cried when I saw that?
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so. My reaction was kind of like, oh, she'll leave before the ending, so we'll kind of have that ending, but in 4, and probably it would make me cry. And then having her survive this, and then also having like the events of 5 and 6, where she she leaves and that, and she's been through all this stuff with the she's been through all this stuff with the Doctor and that.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of showed me that like you know it
Like
the ending was better. The ending was better
Mm-hmm.
and that, and sort of that. And I'm really distracted by Enchanted. I should either turn off the television or not, or I should move my head and just stop watching the TV, because that just made me distracted and not want to answer the question properly. I'm sorry. It's not I'm bored. I'm just like, I want to watch this film. I haven't seen this film since like about 10 years ago. I'll watch this in the background, and usually I'm just like, I'll just concentrate with you guys, and I won't watch it. And I'm just like, I've been watching it, and I feel sorry.
Ooh.
So I'll answer that question again. I'm sorry for wasting a minute or so. So yeah, I thought she would leave by 4. I thought basically Gina would kind of leave before the point where the SHIT gets real, and
yeah.
you know, everything with Cassandra and all those characters would kind of get to the Doctor in the last couple of episodes. Because I had that suspicion that I thought the end. I don't know. Did you announce the special before 4, 5, and 6 came out, or was that after they came out? I can't remember now. I'm not so sure. Again, I've been watching a film for about an hour and not really.
Wait.
So,
Wait, did you say a special or?
the Enemy of 2. Did you announce that before 5 and 6 came out, or was that?
Oh, that was after.
Right. So again, because you announced that after it came out, that was where I was thinking. Right, 4 he'd leave 5 and 6. That'd be kind of the ending, and that'd be where Gina would be kind of remembered in that, and maybe you'd have that kind of end of time sort of ending where you kind of like see Gina again, and you're like, she's like grown up and that, and she's kind of, it's been 5 years later and that, and that's the sort of ending I thought. And then to kind of have that ending where it was nothing like that, and I was really like, oh, and I again cried, and it was just really kind of.
Because my doctor was pretty much a dick. And
Yeah.
just said,
Yeah, like a description of it.
Jesus, just stay on with him. He's alright. He'll just have this one last adventure. I'm sorry.
You should have just put an evil laugh in there just for that. Just
Evil,
rub it
yeah,
in.
you should just put evil laugh. That, or Gina would turn out to be a Slovene in that, and we'd have that great reveal.
We always need. I don't know what was it, Thomas. Sabine is getting into everything that in your head.
I know. As I said yesterday, I was really sad that Series 12 did not have the annual return to Slovene, and they had them in for a second, and I was really squeeing. I was squeeing.
Ooh.
They also had the Absorbaloff in there as well, and I was proper.
Yes.
Proper like, yes.
I was like,
Which
yes, I like
which is
that.
weird because we could have had that return in one episode, but you.
Yeah,
made-
Peter Kay would have been up for it probably.
No, I was talking about Zane because he got
Oh,
rid of
yeah.
him for the vampire.
Oh man, I went off track for a moment.
I wanted to know.
Yeah, why did the Absorbable go?
Why did it have to
Yeah.
go?
Yeah.
Because I didn't think the monster had really that much that interested me.
But
Right.
Juice
Like-
touch.
Right.
That's-
but seriously, like with how the story was, like how your first draft was, when you told me, oh yeah, I want to do the Azorbiloff, I'm like, I don't see him exactly in the story, like I
Oh no, my
However-
pain.
Yeah.
Stupid man.
because like even like
However, I contain that in saying that with I wrote it especially in the first draft that he had the cane, which was sort of what Victor Kennedy had. and
Right.
That was supposed to be sort of, and his intentions were definitely a little of like he was being a bit shifty and he didn't want to kind of shake hands with the doctor and that because he would have absorbed it and that would have been weird. Creepy.
The
Actually, to be
eczema.
honest, I want to see and I want to know what happens if that would ever happen, and maybe if you were writing it and I maybe would have done that, and that would be weird, but cool in sort of sense. I don't know. It's just
You stupid man.
it's just those kind of ideas where you have
right.
Who's calling me? Who's calling me?
Who
Bother, I'm just
who
gonna
is
tell
calling
him
you? That's a
no.
good question.
Someone's calling you.
Cersei Grant called me at.
Is it? Did oh god! Oh, I thought it was like, did he actually? But then, oh yeah, you're making a meme out of it.
No, he didn't. That's what this the stupid YouTube stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
before you said 3
having
a.m., I was like, what?
Yes. Yeah. Have you got any more questions to ask us? And then
Huh.
It
Well,
doesn't
I
have to
mean,
be your series. It could be mine. It could be mine as well.
right.
Or my non-existent series.
You're
Woohoo.
you're non.
Oh, yeah. That's like because you were involved with that as well, so you can actually ask him about that.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
I wasn't like super involved with it. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't finish. I didn't finish it because I just got late. I just got
right.
lazy and not sure. I'm probably going to transfer a lot of the stuff over, but I'm not sure what. Because I've got
Yeah.
other things happen which I won't go into. Because it
Right.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't affect the story wise. Just had a few cast problems and all that. But
Oh, yeah.
other than
Yes.
the story
Oh,
might
oh,
actually
trust
completely
me,
stay the same. But I might adapt a few things.
I was gonna say cast problems. That's the one thing I asked Stephen for. Yeah.
I am pretty much
prefer
your
having-
casting director, Thomas. Like, let's be honest here. Like, I'm.
If Voice Acting Alliance was still here, I would. I think that's. I don't know. Did I get Katie from you or did I get it from that? I'm not sure. I'll
Zane?
ask you about Katie.
Oh, I don't know.
Then when the
No,
time
think it
comes,
was
I would
Voice
like
Acting
you to do
Alliance.
that.
It was Voice Acting Alliance and.
What was that, Matt?
Zane, when the time comes, I will summon you to get me people.
Oh God.
Woo-ha-ha-ha-ha.
I know. Red
Need
Knight, I
to
recommended you
start
for-
charging by the hour here.
I recommended to you from for Josh Coy because he was having problems with casting and that. So it's technically my fault that you kind of have these offers that for people to cast.
Right.
'Cause I was
Well, okay. See, here's the thing. So, like I can still get people to voice for my stuff, but like, the one thing I am running into is the fact that I'm not a part of so many voiceover groups anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't have access to a lot of people. So I always go with roles that's like untaken. It's like I try to like ask people and like, oh, I'm either too busy or I'm not interested. It's like,
Yeah, that's what happened to me recently.
well, but
Yeah.
okay,
Became uninterested.
right. But like, the thing is, like, there have been times, and I don't know if you guys have experienced this. I'm sure there's going to be a comment from Robert about this because it's directly about him. Sorry, Robert. Fans. But there have been times that I've asked Robert to see if because I know for sure he knows a few other people that voices over his series that I've asked if he could ask them if they could help me out with my series for some characters. And have I ever heard anything back?
No, of course not.
So I'm left here being like, well, I've exhausted all
what do I do?
I've exhausted all my resources. So what the heck am I supposed to do now? I mean, eventually I do figure it out, and sometimes it does come to the point where it's like, yeah, I just gotta double down and just voice the character myself. If I have to modulate my voice, I will. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
And you wonder why again, like you saying like you have to just voice it as well. You wonder why most male roles in my stuff is voiced by me, because I'm not really bothered to get the male roles. It's it's female roles because I don't have many female friends, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's the same with me. I have a grand total of one.
You know,
one.
Going to be friends with like Brie and that, and Sylvia and those people. They're sort of but you can't rely on them often, and that's why I've really kind of stopped
right
characters, and I don't really write female characters in the tension of her doing them. Probably maybe in 2018 I did, because there was a couple of them that she did, but they were like one-line characters and that, and I was just like, oh, can you do this, Brie? And she was like, yeah, I'll do it. But now she's a lot more busy in that, and I know she's a lot more busy, so I just
write
the character for, that she can do it, and she can't really. She doesn't want to do one-line characters. But then again, I do now have some people who can do one-line characters and that.
Yeah.
Julia, me and Robert's friend, did a one-line character in episode 1 of series 2 of Investigations. That was a last-minute thing because I didn't have anybody for that. I didn't even do that one because I thought I was going to do that one, but I asked her. She said yes, and that's how she's in it. And it was sort of like, but then again, she could have said no. She could have.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Because those roles kind of infuriate a lot of people. I've learned.
Yeah,
Because you could hire an actor and then they go, right, well, how long's my part? And then goes one line or two, and then they're just like, oh, right,
bye.
You don't really need me. You can do this yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I've always kind of felt like, I don't mind doing like line characters in your stuff because because it was basically just I wanted to help you along in that, but I can tell that a lot of different actors would probably have that problem where they're just like, why do you need me for one or two lines where you can just do it yourself or get someone you really know and they'll do it. But
and see,
can just do it,
right? Because like I do have some people that I work with like regularly, and it's like hey, I have a role. It's not super big, but like if you could voice it, that'd be like perfect. And they're like, oh yeah, totally. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, Thomas, I agree, because there are some people. It's like, well, it's either, okay, so I don't remember her name, so it really doesn't matter. But there was an actress I was talking to one time, and I had offered her a role for, I don't know, one of my audios. I can't remember which one, but I said, okay, so this character has like maybe a 3-episode arc. Or like something maybe like shorter than that. And I said, so this is kind of how that would go. And at first, like, okay, let me she auditioned for it. And then so when I come back and say, hey, okay, you got the role, and she's like, oh yeah, like I'm too busy to do it full time now, so I can only do small roles. Thanks.
I've had that.
I'm like,
people in that.
Come on! You just told me you wanted to do this role, and then when
Zane, I had that as well, unfortunately.
Same.
And it's like
same.
you were so excited to do it, and like got
Yeah.
really like, yeah,
That's-
no, like, and like, oh, you serious?
How many roles can I say that I've done? I've had again we had to originally we had to recast Elizabeth. We've had to
Yeah.
I couldn't even get I tried to ask the original Punch Doctor actress who was in Investigations, but this was months afterwards, and she said, "Oh, I'm busy now." And I'm just like, right. And thank God I've got Shah because she's a good actress in that, and she's shown because it's just because she could because she could because she's done all. You could have just said, "Oh, I don't want to do the rest of that stuff, and I'm way too busy, and I don't want to really do a full role in that." But she and Katie as well, because Katie came out of a 1 episode role for Sam, and then it was like I just said to her, "Do you want to do this free? It was going to be free. Well, do you want to do this role for the whole series?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then afterwards, it was like when I had to replace her. When I had to replace her, had to replace the original investigative doctor actress. It was just hard to ask the question, "Do you want to replace her?" Because I knew, because again, it's just like with people's schedules and that, you don't know how busy they are, and that's why I often kind of That's why I am very impatient, because people have schedules and that, and they just like
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
like I don't really have much of a schedule, but I do in some way. Well, how
It's best.
I
I try to stick to a schedule, but like then again, I'm not. I don't. I'm not busy. And
yeah. I try to stick with as well. Like there's usually like certain days where I'm not busy in that, and like which were before college closed, which were Wednesdays and Mondays and that, so I could do stuff like that. And now it's like I'm probably going to be a bit busy, but I'm not going to be a bit busy again, and it's just schedule changing that. Even with this coronavirus, it's sort of such a thing, like disrupt actors. I'm going to ask you this question. It's a slight little question here, saying which is recent. Because of the coronavirus, have you had any actors who have had to like cancel on that, or have had to kind of like
good question,
just
actually.
do the role because of it?
Yeah. Actually,
No.
well, I think the one thing is, so I mentioned yesterday to you that I got Amanda to come back for some vigil lines. I think the only reason she was able to was because that virus had kind of stopped some of the work that she does. So she had a little bit of more time than usual. I think she does still work. I think she's actually like a cashier at like one of those stores that are still open. So I'm like, it's like the fact that she said, "Yeah, I sent it my way." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." but no,
which is weird because because again it depends what job you have, like. Or it depends if you're still in education and that. Like with me, like beforehand, I was relatively a little bit busy, a little bit not. I'll do them just whenever I have the free time and that. Sometimes you have weeks where I'm just really busy, and now I'm kind of like it depends, because I'm also kind of looking after someone, so it just depends really when I've got the free time and that.
right, yeah.
Really, it's actually made me more busier. But because I'm now working on other stuff as well.
Right. Well, but like for me, like
I can still do them, but it's just it depends really. If you've got like a busy job and that, and you've got busy schedules and that, it can like alleviate you, and it can just go like, "Oh right, now I can do it because I'm just like this thing." But then again, you got those people who like they don't want to do it because it's this virus, and they don't want to kind of they don't want to kind of endanger themselves of just doing this what they would call a stupid little role, and just
well, but see, honestly, like I have noticed the opposite of that. Like I've had actors that I worked with like maybe a year ago, and then like recently, because everything is starting to kind of get slowed down and everything. They've come back to me and be like, "Hey, so I'm free right now. Do you have anything you want me to like kind of voice?" And I'd be like, "Yes," because like literally.
Why do you think that on when Wednesday they said the college was closing down, immediately I asked Connor I said to you, I think I said to Robert as well. And Luke Lane and that. I said, I'm gonna be out of college. It means I'm gonna be out of the education. So that schedule's gone, and so it means I have a lot more free time now. Can I do these now for you? Would you mind doing these now? And I have been working on them I've been working on your thing, but again, I've had to kind of push that back because I can finally get this bloody episode finished and that. And but I will be doing that during next week and that. But yeah, I just think it depends really where you are. If like you have a cast that's got a lot of American actors in it, and because of this coronavirus where it's quarantined and closed down a lot of American stuff, it's easier. But I think it's because us British people, me and Matt, we're not quarantined. It means we're still kind of busy in a sort of way. I mean, like
we're not completely quarantined. We just don't go into like big public places.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
I do because I'm stupid like that, and
Yeah,
I don't want to.
I might do in a few days, but oh well.
Well, I'm trying to go. I'm thinking of going out tomorrow if I can. We might be going into a big public place and that, and that might kill me.
Just casually just walking.
Then again, like about 2 weeks, like I've already recovered from a cold from like 2 weeks ago, so it's not like I'm gonna get it again, am I? Like,
I don't know. There's been times that I've gotten like over a cold and like a week later it's back. So I mean, it is possible. Yeah. I hate to say that, but yeah.
I have been getting like maybe like the sniffles or maybe like a cough or something like that. But yeah. Like I'm gonna get it or I've got a cold again. I haven't lost my voice again or something like that.
Yeah.
But it just depends on that.
But by the way, people, wash your hands.
Yeah. Wash those hands. Remember, 20 seconds.
20 seconds. If it's 19 seconds, they only just survive. It's like Thanos. It nearly killed me.
Oh yeah.
It nearly killed me, but I survived, and then 20 seconds that gets chopped off.
Yeah.
Good one.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
But so like the other day, like one of those people that were like, oh hey, I'm free. Do you have anything? Like he literally, I had like 4 separate rules for him. Luckily, they weren't like huge. They were like medium to small sized rules. So it's like it didn't take like a lot of time. And I said, okay. Yeah, I have these. I said, if you want to go at them, you go at them. And he was actually good enough to even get them back to me that night. Like, I'm like when he did that, I'm like, thanks. And like to myself, I'm thinking, gosh, I wish this is how it worked for everybody else.
Yeah.
But it's not, unfortunately. But but I think the other thing is with the people that I work with on these projects, some of them are like older, and obviously, I mean, even with that, some of them still have like a busy schedule, and I mean, obviously, that's natural, that's normal, but like, they're still usually pretty like open to voicing anything. So it's like even if it's if they're quarantined, they're like, yeah, send it my way, and I'll get it done. So it's kind of nice that I've kind of built like a community of actors that still like to work with me. Because I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm really that bad of a person to work with.
I know one person that you've had problems with, and that's the same person I've had problems with too. So it's not like the person. Like,
was it the person that was in Universal Enemy, or are we talking someone else?
I'm talking about somebody else. We're not going to mention her because she doesn't. Really, she's not a bad person. It's just, I think that's the only person I've ever had. Like, well, apart from that original actress of the investigative Doctor, who I will never mention again because we
Yep.
have personal
Yep,
problems.
yep,
with
yep.
that.
Yeah, let's try not mention anything about this because
No,
this
try
gives me
not because I
flashbacks.
will punch a wall if you mention a name. That's how bad it's got.
It's giving me
I will
flashbacks,
punch
and
a
I
wall.
haven't even been involved.
That gives me Vietnam flashbacks, boys. That gives me Vietnam flashbacks. No, what I'm saying is like that's the only person I've ever had like a problem with who I've never like had a personal problem with. But that's like, and I think you've had the same kind of problem with her in the way that I don't want to say anything. She's not watching this.
No.
Unless she stalks Matt's channel, then she'll never watch this. But you know the reason why we
I
kind of don't
blocked
like
them,
work
so
on
who
her.
cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
yeah.
yeah, but
But it's not one for
Um,
Universal Enemy, obviously not.
it's not okay. Oh, is it the one you had to cover up for me the other day? Is it that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Again, thank you for that.
that's I think the only person you've actually had a genuine problem with, which you had to get me
Yes.
to deal with, and I was just like, yeah, I don't mind, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I was having I was having problems with this person as well.
Yeah, I kind of wish I just wouldn't have ever interacted with him. Not to be mean or anything, like I don't mean to be, but like I wish like I could have gone back in time and be like, hey, younger me, yeah, don't go down that avenue. Just
Oh,
don't.
same. I wish
We-
you'd never
we all-
recommended me that person.
We all
because
know who to blame for
I
this.
ended up getting someone else who was much better.
Right. Yeah.
And she's great, and she really helped me out when I couldn't get the master role back as well, because that one like that was weird, because apparently she said she didn't. Have you ever had those actresses where they've had like that weird like when you want them to return, and then they have that weird kind of way of saying, I can't. In a way.
See what I've had is more is like like for instance, I have asked both the Sydneys who voiced the 13th and 14th Doctor to come back, and well, so Sydney back just never responded back to me. She saw my message, which I laughed because people don't realize on Facebook when you see a message, the other person can see when you see that message. So the fact that you don't reply, it's like
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, on that
She
Zane,
probably.
I've had that with people.
I think
who
what
have
she
been-
probably did was probably just go through your messages and then just like, oh, Zane's asking me something, and I'll just go on it, and it's like, oh, never mind, I'll just go on about me day.
Right. Yep. But
So anyway,
with
about the other Sydney.
the other Sydney, so I did actually ask her. She did respond to me, so she was nice enough to actually respond. So I was thankful for that. But she has gotten busier and she is more involved and a lot more lately. So she was like, she said, unfortunately, I cannot come back. I'm like, thank you for at least telling me that. Like I just appreciate.
Oh, God, sorry.
Dang.
What was that?
Did somebody just sneeze there?
Yeah, that was
Like a
me.
dog.
Sound like a dog.
Catch it, bin it, and kill it. That's what
Get
you're
this
doing, mate. Catch it, bin it, kill it.
disinfectant ready. I need to spend
A couple of people in my
14 days in
college
quarantine.
bought disinfectant. I remember one person who sat next to me just put on the disinfectant every time he had the lesson begin, and I was just like, I need disinfectant now, but I don't want to look like an idiot with the disinfectant.
I joked around with coming into a college in a full-on protective biohazard suit,
Yeah.
but they're
you know,
80 quid, so I can't really buy one.
Oh jeez.
So I can't really walk in with a biohazard suit. They probably would have let me do it, but like,
See, you should have been like, I can't remember where it was, if it was here in the U.S. or if it was like in Europe, but someone went out in that those T-Rex costumes.
yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah.
Oh, I creased.
I'm glad people can still find like humor, like in like some of this stuff. It's like we're gonna make your day a little bit brighter. It's like okay, you
I'm gonna wear my T-Rex.
well, so
I'm
okay, so
gonna
this
I'm gonna build a Slovene costume and just wear it.
oh my gosh.
Please do that. That is
Next
sort
time there's a
of
con,
hard.
I'm just gonna build a Slovene costume and just wear it, and just try and find people who actually recognize why I'm wearing it.
Ooh, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So okay, I thought of another question.
Oh, who for?
Okay.
Huh?
Who for?
Just for any like this is general. So
Oh,
for
general.
everyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, so both of you have so you guys kind of talked about it on Robert's podcast or whatever the heck his thing
Podcast in air
is.
quotes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, air quotes there.
This is a podcast that's rivaling it, Zane. Remember?
Yes. So you talked about like he showed off some of the stuff I'm composing for his audio series. So I don't know if you can remember back or not, but Thomas might know more than you, Matt. But from like the stuff I've composed in the past, like what has been the things that you kind of liked more that I did than like so basically which like stuff
That's a
I've
really good question.
composed that you like and that you like but not quite as much.
Um,
I've listened to your soundtracks
do you
for
want
certain
to ask this question
episodes.
first?
Well, okay.
I'm trying to.
Um,
I've listened to a few episodes, but like I can't really say right now because I think I need to like. Because now you say it, I feel like I need to get all of it, all of the many hours of it, and just be like, okay, I need to listen to all of this now. But like I've listened to quite a few of the episodes, and I do enjoy them, and all the music is top notch as normal, and you're very creative. I commend you.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's kind of my favorite. I think that's been my favorite kind of thing I've ever had from you is the themes from the investigation characters. If I've said something like EDC or that, correct me if I'm wrong, but these actually have been the best I've ever had from you because it's hard enough to kind of like ask you for themes because I feel like I don't want to ask you because it's like another thing you've got to do for other people and that, and it feels wrong for me to do that when I'm already at this point. I wasn't asking you for like casting and that, but it was sort of like so I always kind of felt wrong. So that's why I never asked for like full episodes of soundtracks or anything like that. I only asked for like when something happens, I'm only asking for like character themes and that. And when the character themes for Investigations came on, I listened to them, and I really, really admired them because it was like they matched the characters well. Like the Doctor's was very doctorish, and the ones I really, really liked was Liberty's theme. Liberty's theme, I think I gave the connotations of she's an android. So maybe it should be a bit more electronical. And when I heard it, and then we had all these kind of like robotic kind of instruments and that, and it felt like a robot, like an android's theme. I was just like, what? How? Like it was really, really good, and I just really liked it because
That's another thing.
It felt like
Zane's
the
brilliant.
character theme, but it didn't feel like something like say Rose Doctor's theme where it's like it's a voice and that's supposed to represent something, but it's a bit questionable about what it's supposed to represent. It was like the exact kind of things I wanted to represent about the character. It's like the character's mechanical and that, but she's also kind of got a heart in that, and it just amazed me that you could do that, and I wasn't sure because at that point I had listened to some of your other work here at the time, obviously, but I think I'd asked you for stuff in series 4 and I liked it, but I hadn't really kind of listened to it and kind of assessed it as much as I did with that track. But that
Right.
track was just really like, I was like, how, like, I really loved it. I really loved it, and it was just like really, it
Yeah.
fit the character, it fit the works, and it fit the moments well. So sad that I didn't get to use it because I didn't get to use the character after. The
Well,
first few episodes.
it was used once. You used it once. It
Can we
did
just
get
take it
used.
Once, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we just take
I
this
did
moment
get-
to appreciate Zane Van Wyck's music? Let's
Oh,
just appreciate
Yeah.
it for Rebecca.
Oh, and Matt said you said your name right. Get it, Robert.
Yeah, I knew it was day one. I'm not.
Exactly. This is Robert's the guy who got Yayan's name wrong. Now I know people are like it's Ewan and not Yayan, but even I was like Yayan, and that I might have said Ewan maybe once or twice when I met him, and that. But it's been so bad that Yayan's channel is now called Yayan, not Ewan. I'm just
Oh
like,
my-
yes, it's called Robert, because Robert kept going on about Ewan and that, and then he keeps calling you Zane Van Wyck. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, no,
Wicks.
it's Wyke. It's Wyke. It's Wyke. It's Wyke. I had to get the name right. That's how I get your name right. I go Wyke, get the name right.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good actually. We need to have that on repeat in Robert's head. for
Yes.
next stream.
Wyke, get the name right. Wyke.
Now,
That'll be like his master's drums.
right. Now, Thomas, I do know for EDC, I gotta be careful when I say this. For a
Ooh.
certain enemy that you like and you mention a lot, and anything that you're in a group, the one that you said you wanted to go to a con as.
Oh right. So
So
this is actually the Wild Master.
yeah. So it's for EDC. Yeah. So I remember the first time you heard the theme for that monster. You at first you told me you're like, yeah, I'm not a super huge fan of it. Then like a few days later, you came back to me and like, okay, now I kind of do like it, like, because I think what you told me was, it's like there was like some, I think that like the 80 vibes like in the theme for it that you're like kind of brought you back. If correct me if I'm wrong, but like. I don't know, like that's one of the tracks that I remember you specifically telling me, like, at first you're like, yeah, I absolutely don't like this. And then you come back a few days, it's like, oh, okay, so I'm going to switch my mind on that.
Yeah, I can't remember the reason. I can't remember the reason why. I think it might be just because, again, I think it was going through the soundtrack again, and sometimes when you first hear something, you're like, oh, I don't like this and that, and and then just like maybe when I was just, I think I had it on repeat, I was just like, oh no, I really don't like this. I really get this evolution of this theme in that of the Sashi Dewan's master theme. I like how I was saying that, even though he's actually in your series, so we're not talking about the right character.
Oh.
I'm only saying that because spoilers and that. Even though you
Yeah.
literally just if you get what I said from what Zane said, you can get what then there is in that. But no, I just think probably having on repeat kind of like really changed my mind, because I was thinking, okay, having it once, and then you're thinking it probably only played once. I didn't like it, and then I was thinking, no, this doesn't sound anything like the original themes and that. And then I kind of just grew to like it because it wasn't the original themes, and it was just something different in that. And again, I might have been sort of like a Liberty. A Liberty theme kind of thing where I'm just thinking, just like it really works with the character in that.
Genius.
Yes, genius.
But yeah, but I honestly think for EDC especially, I think the soundtrack, just quality wise and like just musically wise, I think it's a lot better than a lot of the work I've done like previous years. because I have. Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's moving.
Maybe
uh,
it's me.
It's you. Oh, okay. Hold on. I have iTunes up here. So yeah, okay. So with all the tracks for EDC, I have an hour and pretty much 2 hours worth of music done for it.
Oh, nice.
So, but like, what was the the other thing for EDC that you did really like was Becky's theme. But that was like kind of a different style for me though, because like usually I'm like used to the more epic electronic stuff, but that one was like epic in a like lighter way.
Did I say I did like it or didn't like it?
You no, you told me you liked it.
Oh yeah. Because it was probably because you're a different style. I'm used to your, as you said, you're used to that kind of electronic style, and then
Right.
there's something different than that.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. I still I will say like for the EDC soundtrack, I think the one theme that I personally like the most is for the here's a minor spoiler. There's not a super much that like I'm giving away if I mention this character, but the Skullvox Blitzer, like
Yeah.
the themes I have because the Skullvox Blitzer, there we go, shows up in 2 episodes. So like the first episode he comes in and like you get like a taste of the theme, and then the actual episode he's kind of like the main threats per se. Like you get the fully fleshed out theme. And of course, I've done the Skullvox Blitzer and in my 11th Doctor audio series. So I mean, I did a theme for him there too. But I don't know. Like, there's just something about the EDC version of it that's like I really, really dig this one. Like, I have all the other tracks, which, yeah, but yeah. But I agree because like lately I've been discovering instruments in the program that I use to make music that I've never used. So when I experiment with them, it's like, holy crap, where the heck has this instrument been all the time? Like I could have definitely used this before. Like
I was like that with some certain sound effects with me once. Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I know some of the ones that I've done for Robert even today. I got a few more done for the Devil's Testament.
Yes.
There was one instrument that I found that I'm like, this sounds so weird, but then when I mixed it with everything else, it's like, this sounds so good.
Yeah.
It's
And as I said, I really admired the aptly titled "The Hot Scene." I still joke about it's the title that doesn't make sense. Not the sounds.
The hot scene. The hot scene is basically reference to like, as Robert said, it is like to like 80s crime. Like when they approach the scene of the crime, like it was a hot scene. Like it was an active scene. Like so that's why it's called the hot scene. But
it's just I'm not used to sort of. We're talking about 80s American crime shows and that.
Yeah, American, not British. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm not used to. The only kind of 80s kind of thing the only 80s crime show I'm kind of used to is Life on Mars, but that's really not 80s. It wasn't
Here's
made
me
in
not
the
knowing
80s,
what
it was
about.
like made like about 10 years ago, and it was set in the 70s. So maybe Ashes to Ashes, but then again, they never really had that. They just kind of used licensed soundtracks.
Right.
Which was great for them, but it was just like the original stuff and that it just didn't work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, man. So much whoa.
That's
I am just watching
that's
too,
how you
aren't I? Yes, I am.
get demented by too much Kool-Aid.
What?
Right, do you get the references that we're making of that?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's kind of an inside joke.
Yeah, I'm picking up on that.
Right. It's basically. Shall we explain the inside joke or not?
Yeah. Okay. It's
Okay.
Sam
it's
Grant's
you
mean
know
performance of the Master.
WH Entertainment.
What's that?
Do you know WH
Uh,
Entertainment?
Yeah.
Well, Sam Grant is their master, but of course because they're taking the piss out of it, in a way, like they're taking the piss out of it, but they're sort of doing real stuff in a way. I don't know I don't know how they they do take the piss, but it's like it's also kind of like they mean it as well. So it's
So
Pixels
basically,
can
so
take it.
so basically,
Um,
they're aware of how they're doing it, but they're doing it intentionally.
yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly. Which is yeah, because they're aware that WH Entertainment isn't a sort of a good quality channel. I say that with inverted commas because some of that stuff is good, but it's just mostly like it's done on the cheap and that, and it's sort of they know everybody's kind of in this for just the stuff that they do and that's why they're taking the mick, but straight laced. So yeah, so Sam Grant's the master in that, and he was the master for a couple of episodes in that. But the reason why we go like muhaha and that is because of Sam's performance. But Sam kind of takes the mick, but does it straight in the way that he does like a typical master, like but like a typical evil man, as we keep saying, and like how he goes like muhaha instead of like actually laughing and that.
Oh, okay.
Because he's taking the mick by like actually like doing his laugh and that, and it's just funny because it's like he's taking the mick and that, and it's just weird to hear him take the mick.
Right.
So, but then again, you can admire how kind of good and bad it is. So we just make the references about like demented piglets because there's a sub series where the master reads off his phone, but it's supposed to be a master diary about like this about how a demented piglet or the man who drank too much Kool-Aid and that. It's funnier when you see them because he's like it's funnier than I'm describing.
Right.
Because it's kind of crap, but it's like crap that they're going it's crap as well. So we're just doing that for you guys, and we just take the mick out of it as well. So it's us taking the mick out of something they're taking the mick out of. So like we're going like, when Robert's being an arse again, so it means that he's being the master and he's going muhaha ha and that. It's just funny. We're funny. I'll send you a link maybe after this, and
Okay.
yeah. If you don't like it, then you don't have to like it. But it's just that's how you kind of understand.
Right.
The
No,
rules.
no,
It's
I
just-
get you.
we're making the references and that. It's like if you made a reference to something that we'd never seen, but we kind of understand it
Yeah.
in a way. Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like in like how Captain America says, I get that reference. It's like,
Understood that reference.
Yes.
and I'm
Only us
Captain
two
America.
get the reference and nobody else does. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, a couple of people do because Robert gets the reference, and a couple of others as well.
Well,
But
I'm
it's like they know it's-
I'm not surprised Robert gets it. Like,
Yeah, there you go. That's Sam Grant going. "Woo, ha, ha, ha."
He actually said he's like self-aware. He's in a show. It's me, the master from that hit TV show. Muhaha.
oh my
Yes.
gosh.
And his first plan is to put
Use
out
his
an
army of
invasion of
chalk
chalk people.
Bring me Doc. And
Bring
by
me
putting
Doc.
on the evil glove of Gallifrey,
Oh my.
and above
Yes.
that, the
The evil
other
glove.
evil glove of Gallifrey, and above that, now we'll call it two. The other
Yeah.
evil Gallifrey, and
Gallifrey,
on top of
that's-
the evil Gallifrey. It's just such a meme.
So
Last
okay.
time, I had a bad cat allergy.
Oh gosh.
Is that where
okay,
it comes from as well?
Mm.
Hmm?
Mm?
So
So,
I got a bad cat
Mhm.
allergy.
yeah, that's the reason why he
Oh,
was
I
defeated.
never got that because I actually thought. So I thought you had a bad cat allergy, and I was thinking,
I don't.
but we
I
live with
have.
cats, Matt. So
Oh,
even I have
my.
even I don't have a bad cat allergy because I live with. I've used to live with cats as well.
Cats.
Um,
Kitty.
cats.
Kitty.
When does Stitch come on?
Ooh.
I can just, is that you saying just call him Kitty?
Yeah, Zane.
Kitty.
Oh, sorry.
Excuse you.
So so you guys kind of sparked a question for me. So Sam Grant, is playing the unconventional master.
He's coming back as well. It's even better.
Oh yeah. Oh, I believe it.
Yes.
So with that being said, so like for instance, so I'm playing, like I'm voicing and like a alternate version of my 11th Doctor that's a master, and like one of my
Ooh.
seasons, which I've recorded the first 2 episodes for that, and I don't know if this is a good thing that I'm admitting, but I really like voicing the master and being like kind of the most like dickish Time Lord in Gallifrey.
Yeah.
So with me like voicing something opposite than what I usually voice, like so have you guys ever voiced like the polar opposite of your character before?
Yes.
No, but I'd actually like to be fair.
Many times for me, I've usually I've voiced the master, and I
Next time you do it, you need to make it. You need to go moo ha 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 at some point.
I will. Well, the problem is Robert's stupid idea of we need to make the master female because we can't really have a male master and make it more
Well, Tennant and Sim.
believable.
What?
And I'm just
And-
like, mate,
they can.
that's kind of,
Oh.
See, I think I took the better approach to that like suggestion because, and for my 15th Doctor season, I made, so obviously, in my 11th Doctor series, I've gone through like 5 different incarnations of the Master. So by the time it got to the 15th Doctor, like I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to switch this back to another female Master, but this time she's actually going to go by the name The Mistress, like officially that's her name, which she does come back to in other worlds. So yeah, I'm bringing in everybody, but yeah, like
Ooh ha ha ha.
yeah, but yeah, she doesn't do that though, unfortunately.
Moo ha ha ha.
Oh gosh.
you should have gotten to do this. Just get him with it. I can't remember. I'm not certain. Did Thingy do that or not? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Oh, and oh,
Uh oh. Oh dear.
he muted
The
himself.
master from that hit TV show Doctor Who has got him.
Mwah.
Moo ha ha
Oh no,
ha.
the master. And I was thinking to myself who the actress was now. And all I'm getting is Tamara Oakes, but I know she didn't do it. It was Janet Dormer. That was it. Janet Dormer.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
she
yeah.
didn't. Janet Dormer.
No, she did not.
Who I admire because I liked her. I liked her when I first used her, and then when I used her again as the master, I was like, she really like for some of the actors I've worked with. Usually they just do the one performance and they're like, that's it, and
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm going through it, I just feel like maybe they could have done a second or third one. When she was doing it, she was like she read it and then she was like, oh, actually I'll do a couple more.
Uh-huh.
you.
Yep.
Even though you haven't asked me, I'll do a couple more because I feel like I'm probably getting the sense of the character and that, and I
Yeah.
kind of get where this character is and how to play her, and I was just like, I went through all of them, and I was just like, it was the third one or the fourth one she did, and I was like, oh, this is perfect, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
So have you ever had that with Zane? We've had like actors actresses go through roles, and then they go and they just do like their retakes by themselves and just think, oh, I'll do this for Zane, so you have different. I know I've done that.
Oh, yeah. Like I have it without even having to ask for it. Like, I think the nice thing is about the actors that I work with.
Yeah.
Most of them have kind of had that training like stuck in their mind. It's like, all right, I'm gonna do like a few different takes of like this character, so that like if there's one personality that you're really looking for, you can use it. But like if not, there's two. There have been a few times where, okay, for me personally, when they do like different takes of it, I prefer just 3 takes of a character, because there have been times where I've had people do like 5, 6 different takes for a character, which that's fine. But when you're editing all that and you have to go through each take to remember which one was the right one, it's like, can we just keep this to like 3 takes? Like,
That's. I hope she doesn't mind me saying it, but that's my problem with Shah, and like, that's my problem with the difference between going from like me to Katie to Shah. With me, it was like I did it and that was it, and then maybe later I kind of did, like maybe I would probably redo it, and what's going to be different for me is when I'm gonna. I don't know if you've heard about Zane, but I'm having to redo one of the episodes with Sam Grant. Sam Grant comes to everything, everybody. Sam Grant is everything, everywhere, and the universe.
yeah, he's still not touching my stuff though. Not happening.
He did
It's because he's an evil man, and evil man was a
He
bad
did
man.
almost, but that we won't talk about that. No, what I was trying to say was, I'm having to redo. But the thing is, I'm having to go back to kind of the point in the character where I was like, it was younger me and that, and I'm just really weird because it's like it's me 2 years after, and I'm just like I'm completely different.
Yep.
And that. But what I was trying to say was like, between me, Katie, and Shah is like me. I just go through it, and usually that's it. Maybe a second take if like I don't like the first one, and I'm just like that was crap and that. Katie does it when Katie doesn't. She does that on a couple. I think she does the same. She kind of does it on a couple of words and that, and she's like, I'll do a different take for him because maybe that wasn't a good one. But with Shah, for some reason she just like all her lines are like she does 3 takes of which, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna get a bit confusing because you're not
Well,
separately.
because okay,
and
like
that's-
yeah, so like with that, I definitely agree with you on that.
yeah.
But like I still appreciate it though, because at least you still have options to choose from. Because
Yeah.
there have been some people that they are like one note actors, and it's like, yep, this is the only personality of the character you're going to get, and it's like, okay, wish I could have had a few more, but I guess I have to go with this because I don't have time to ask you for more. But
And
yeah,
like in their rightful mind of like they don't want you to ask for more. Like they're like, I hope this is the only time I have to do this, and if it isn't, then tough. That's it. You're not getting.
Yep.
More.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is really bad when that happens because I'm just like, it's just
Yeah.
I don't like that because it got that much choice, and it means like if I've got a bad performance from you, I'm giving the blame for that. And I've only had that from one actor who will be unnamed for different reasons.
Yep.
I think you know who I mean because well
Yeah.
he'll know who I'm talking about because I think he actually watches this. I had to replace. You'll know what I mean because I had to replace you because when it came to doing another thing, I was like, I don't like this actor anymore because he did that one thing, and I think I asked him, yeah, I think I've told you to before. I asked him like to do this in one way, and he did it in another, and
Yeah.
he said he was going to redo it, but I knew like from him because I got him to redo one thing one time, and he did it in his normal voice and not in the voice that he did it in the main character. So you can tell, and the thing it's just like it doesn't match up because it's like there's this one take from like about a couple of days later when I've asked him again, he's done it again, and it just doesn't work, and it's one note, and it's the performance that I don't want, and I'm just like. I cringe whenever I hear that because I'm just like, you know, we could have got a better performance out of you, but you didn't. You
Didn't perform when
even
you're
when
supposed
you
to.
said you wanted to do the retakes and that, the worst in the takes that I already had. All right, the worst in the takes I already had. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, now that I'm thinking, so for the Halloween special, that my doctor and Katie's doctor are together for, so I do need some. I think I still have like two or three roles that I need filled at this point.
Yes.
Thomas, you're already voicing someone, so I'm afraid you are not in the running for these other.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I could do it as American accent. I could do a different character.
Oh,
if you
please
want.
don't.
Oh, never do
I
that
mean,
again, Thomas.
I've been told by varying amounts of people that either the American accent is good, is good, or bad. And these are from Americans, by the way. I have had Americans.
I don't
say
know.
either-
I'm yeah, but Matthew. So I'm
Yes.
basically extending this to you. If you want to do some voice work, I do have some characters still open for you to voice if you want to.
We're more than welcome to DM and explain what's available.
Yeah, and I think I still have a Google Doc with everything, so I can send that too.
A Google Dog.
And also, you're more than welcome for me and our doctors to meet at some point if that's applicable.
Oh.
But-
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you
yeah.
just message me and we'll go from there. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thomas, what were you saying?
it's weird because I complained and then asked. Then I got the role in a different episode of where I actually met your doctor in that, and it's weird in that, and yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm rambling. We've been on for 2 hours. I start to ramble at this point.
Ramble.
I need to stop watching
that
the
was-
TV as well. If I turn this TV off about 2 hours ago, I probably wouldn't be rambling as much. That's where I am.
So on the remote, Thomas, there's a button that has power. You push that, it
No,
turns
but
off the
I might want to
TV.
watch a series 5 episode of Doctor Who. I'm not sure.
Series 5?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you
I
would
mean,
have.
I could watch Love and Monsters again if you want me to. I'm fine. With that.
Oh, yes, I like that. Victor Kennedy would.
I already watched it about twice this week, so no.
Oh,
No, not doing it.
You
I wanna-
stupid man! Oh,
oh
no!
no. I might watch Daleks in Manhattan tomorrow
Yeah.
because pig slaves.
If 15th Doctor Series 2 would have happened, I really want him so off to be in it. Just I could find his name and just
Well,
say, "You can't."
because remember originally we were going to use oh gosh, who were we going to use?
The Alliance of Shades, no, the Viperox and the
The
Oddball,
clown,
that's
the
it.
clown. Yeah, oddball. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Who I knew from the minute I knew Oddbob was going to be in it, I thought Josh for Oddbob, because I think you could do that. Josh Okoye, I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know about 5 Joshes, so I know which one I'm talking about sometimes.
Josh Coy's the only one I actually like at the moment
Yeah.
because I do know
Oh,
Josh, but like the ones out around my area, not in personal life.
I
Yeah.
know about 4 or 5 of them, and like Josh the same way as I like the others, apart from like I know the others personally as well. So I've had personal dealings with them, both good and bad. Yeah, so
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone has like those types of instances.
we all know Josh. We all know Josh.
We all
But
know
we all
Josh.
do know a Sam Grant as well.
Oh, but do we know
I-
a Sir Sam Grant Obi?
Oh, Cersei Grant OBE. Yes,
OBE.
Cersei Grant OBE.
Oh gosh.
I don't know why that. Yeah. No. The casting for those episodes are Harv Smith, Tom Fiddleman, and Cersei Grant OBE. If you don't laugh at that at least once, I'm sure
Yeah.
you have no humor.
And I made the meme out of that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'll send that to you, Zane. I'll send that.
Oh gosh.
Real shit.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's just like it's
Right.
just like one of
Right.
those like Drake memes. Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
It's not the root, the message.
Yeah. Gosh, where
I'm
did
sure that message is about Cersei and Grant OBE. Nah.
Imagine if he's watching this.
Oh, be
Please make
He's
Master
not.
Dice 4.
He's not. Didn't you try to get him on at one point?
Not my one, but like probably one of Robert's.
Yeah.
Mm.
Should we get him on one of these? We should. We could
Yeah,
just
you're more
have,
than
like,
welcome to ask him.
conversation about how Cersei and Grant OBE is actually a real Cersei or an OBE, and that. I'm sure he wouldn't mind because.
That'd be funny. It'd just be.
Oh yeah, it would.
We should do it. Oh, I got an idea. We should do it on the weekend of the
Just
celebration.
2
of
hours of
Evil
us
Man.
talking about. Oh, so Sam, about your master. And he'd be just like, ah. No, I'll just find a way to embarrass him about the audios again.
Oh yeah.
I remember. This
Okay, I'm gonna check my
Um,
calendar.
Because for those I had to be your job.
Oh.
I had to do casting directing,
Yeah.
and that was probably one of the worst decisions I did because I got 2 people. Because in Night of the Living Stone there is 2 people that I do not that I am never working with
Thomas,
ever
if we
again.
if we get him on in 2
Yeah.
weeks' time, it'll be in time for 1 year of an Evil Man.
Oh yeah, we should get more. Sure, but all right.
Yeah.
Hey Matthew, can you message
Yeah.
me your email? I'm gonna send you the
yeah,
doc.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. So got it pulled up because I finally found it.
Email is Sam is the best master at gmail.com. That's not true. I'm not getting emails here, but that is,
Oh no, I'm not asking anybody to.
we could ask that question. Sorry, we could ask that question. That is Cersei Grant Obi really the best master and the
He's the biggest. He's the
yes,
funniest master.
Yes, and he's right behind me right now, and he's got his chalk people at me. So you can see yes again.
And he's got his Samsung phone, which he's reading, which he's writing his next master diary.
Jeez.
You're the reason the small child exists. You're the small child.
We
that
could
he kills.
literally.
And he ate him whole.
What is actually on his phone whilst he's reading the Master Diaries? Because I'm sure I'm sure
Probably
that
probably
either
a
does
script
them,
by
because I've actually made
Cooper
them up on the
Spaniel.
spots. Cooper Spaniel. Well, we could ask him who Cooper Spaniel is and see if we can get him on. See if I can get him onto projects and that.
Oh,
I think I know who it is.
you know.
Yeah. I actually want to know why. I also want to know if Tom Fiddleman's actually a joke name. Because it makes
Oh.
sense.
Alright. Is anyone still watching? Please comment. But
maybe
I know Zane's one of them, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm gonna click off here. I'm gonna see.
I think anybody's watching. I think.
Yeah.
I think
Robert might be listening, but he's doing artwork, so
nobody's
Probably.
commented. I've had the comments on for like literally the whole thing, and nobody's commented.
that's a shame.
Even
Please
the
identify
guy
yourself,
who
even if
I
someone is
follow
watching in.
on the comment.
We come in
Should be, like,
peace.
a minute or so, maybe.
I'm not going to hurt you. Even if you're good, if you're good commenters, you might come on one day.
Yes. Grant will get the good comments on. He'll advertise this to on Alliance Cinema and that, and the boys at Alliance cinema are. We can show you.
To be fair though, I'm a bit annoyed they stole the name,
Yes,
the title Doctor
I've worked
Annihilation.
with-
I was pretty annoyed when I saw that,
I've
but
worked,
like,
I've worked with all of them actually. Yeah.
I back them.
It's
but,
weird
like,
because I've actually
I
have
just
worked
want
with
them to
all
name
of
their film.
Sorry.
Because they used, I was going to use the title Doctor Annihilation,
Robert's still here.
and I got quite furious when I saw the trailer saying it was called Doctor Annihilation. I was like, I actually threw my phone. I was like, oh, you bastards!
Yeah, you
Oh.
did.
Oh, Robert is
Yeah.
actually still watching. Dang.
What is the Robert doing? And do you
Robert,
have anything to say?
Be a
Because
good-
we've just
Any-
been celebrating an evil man.
anything worthwhile saying, not your, normal stuff you've been saying.
we could still just end this in the next call.
Yeah, if nothing,
We-
if
oh,
nothing-
yeah,
if nothing
yeah,
interesting
I-
happens, and then that's probably a good shout.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure we.
Matt, have you
Yeah.
something like that?
I haven't got anyone slated, but I've got people interested. But like, it won't be. It might not. I'm not sure
Alright.
what to do. We can. I'm
I
always
mean,
looking
like
for more people.
we had you interested like last week, Zane. So
Yep.
yeah, but we didn't
I
have
don't-
you slated
what-
until
what I'm trying to do
last
is,
night, something like that.
not trying to have the same people on each time. I'm sorry, Robert, but
No, trust me.
Except for
Oh,
me,
excuse me.
because I'm
Yeah, he's co-host.
I count.
Well, you're the
I
you're
make
the
half
quote
of this.
unquote co-host. Yeah.
yeah.
Or
Yes.
you. Well,
It's
I don't know. Are you really the
really
co-host,
more
or are
podcast.
you just kind of like the more the voice of it, and then Matthew's just kind of there making sure everything actually lands?
Well, I find Thomas the more talkative one, but like that's not a problem to me because
Right.
Yes, I am the more talkative one. I end up talking.
and he's,
The last
I-
one, I think I ended up talking for about 10 minutes at one time.
yeah,
Yes, you did. Yeah.
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 We just last episode
No,
we
I'm not
just
talking
chatted
about like,
real
the
shit.
one last time. It was like 10 minutes of me talking about like the remake and that, and why every series of my thing is not perfect and that, and why it's better work. Yes.
Ooh. So yeah, if anyone's interested,
And
please
why
do
everything,
say
why
so.
the Master Diaries is just so much better. Yeah.
Just watch them. Then did you get my email?
Yeah. Watch the Master Diaries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have shared the document with you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll read through them and I'll sit and
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So,
if you have
when
any
I-
questions, just message me. So.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like we're at a good spot to call it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's been lovely having you. It's
Yeah.
been lovely having Zane on as always.
and
Always lovely to be here.
We've had a fun, interesting time. Yeah. Mhm. We have had a fun, interesting
Yes.
time. So it's not been like we've been bored
Just
and
rambled.
that, and we haven't had. We've had good. Me watching Enchanted, and I should not watch. Top tip me next week is to not watch anything whilst I'm doing this. I didn't do that last. I didn't did that last week, and I think that was the reason why I was more motivated last week. I just wasn't watching stuff in the background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
Yeah.
Thomas, if you could do me a
That's how I
favour.
have an episode in yeah, what?
Yeah, Thomas, if you could do me a favour and actually post this podcast to people and just get people interested in coming on, that'd be marvellous.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing who I would post it to are the people who probably like we already know that much, and my college people
Well,
are just like
You have more reach. You said we was thinking of the Universals coming on. That's not if they can,
oh yeah I could
because that would be that.
I keep forgetting
That was
about
the first
that.
people I thought
Oh, no,
of.
did
That was-
I say about that? Did I say about
You mentioned
that? I think
briefly
I
you
said
might be able
about
to get
that,
them
and
on.
it's the-
But like,
I
because when I
might be
first
able
thought of
to
this
get them
podcast, I
out,
thought like this,
I think. Oh,
you know, Universal would be pretty good people to get on. Let's get.
Jean's the one I
Yeah.
don't think I can get on, but I think Matt or Nick I can get on. Because they'll be a daily basis. Jean's just the one I think you'd never be able to get on. I mean, Why do you think he just? Why do you think we always have the hassle of actually getting on the streams that we have and on the streams that we've done this year? Of course, yeah. I mean, I was only supposed to do the first one, and the second one because Matt, and then I did the third one because
Well,
Rob-
I just
but Cal just decided to do the yes.
Hmm.
And they did a stream. It was 13 minutes long, and now
yeah, like Robert's streams could even like
that.
Robert's 15-minute stream still not deleted.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I told
Zane,
you
the
to delete that.
Zane, the fact that you watched both my podcast episodes all the way through, you should have you should have treated yourself something nice because
Oh, trust me, I have.
good because like
Treat yourself to one of those that you have.
Yeah, those I can't have like at all. So those are
Yeah.
off
Yeah,
my
but-
list. No.
and if anyone's interested, I started my VFX again. I've uploaded 3 new ones. And I've already discovered
yes,
WH
that'd be
Entertainment has
good.
used one of them. So hey, yay!
Yeah.
Not the recent
Oh,
one.
have
but like
you
an-
actually used one of them?
Pardon me, I haven't. WH has used the version 1 that I uploaded a year ago.
Mm.
That's good.
Uh,
Well, at least they're pointing out to us, so we can get them back now.
yeah,
I'm just thinking about the one if we have William Haler on, just the bigger man himself, the William Haler.
ooh,
That would be weird.
What-
I
what I
think I
don't-
can get him on because
what?
I know.
Yeah, I'm willing to have anyone on this podcast. Really, to be fair, I wouldn't mind having Luke Newman on.
Yes.
That'd be interesting to know.
Good luck with that though.
Well, we did ask.
I mean, I'm
Connor.
not-
That's just an example, of course.
I know. I'm not saying that it's like not possible, but
Yeah.
realistically,
Realistically, no, because he probably.
No,
I'm not going to. I'm not going to talk
We'd
about
be
any of
lucky
this.
to get
Yeah,
Connor
yeah,
on
yeah.
on a good day, and that.
Yeah, because, let's face it, I'm a nobody.
I mean, like, I mean, we're all
He
Really?
I'm somebody.
If I went, if I still had London Comic Con to go to, I'd probably ask Dom or something maybe. But then again,
yeah,
that's not likely.
yeah, we're all small nobodies
Yeah.
compared to like all the bigger people. Yeah,
Yeah, especially me.
I don't know. You're getting there, man. You're getting there.
I've lost 2 subscribers in the past month.
I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at.
I get
now.
lots of views on my VFX, but I never get subscribers. I get on my
Well, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
get at least I've had 100 in all of
I've
it,
lost a couple,
excluding
but
the
that's
one.
only because I don't post anything anymore because Copper. Because I think most of my stuff would be fine. It's just
Mm.
Yeah.
always, some of my stuff is like completely different. Like it's either YouTube hoops or like just different stuff and that. And I don't think I'm kind of into that. When sorry, my earphone came out. When the audio started around, I put them on the main channel, but the problem was the YouTube was just still 2 types of audience. I think I've kind of ruined that. If I just kept to one of them came out, I did the audio, which was an idea that I stole from Connor Chadwick, not from you, Connor.
Right.
Then that would have been kind of like the successful thing. But the problem is now I want to do stuff for the main YouTube groups again, but then again I've got those people who are for the audio stuff, and I'm just like they're not going to be interested. It's just really kind of confusing in that, and nothing on, and I don't right, and I'm not really into kind of YouTube since probably the trying to think of the one Revelations one last year, and that was about April last year. No, I have done a couple. I've done one for Mark Bray now, and I've done 1 or 2 in the progress with Brie, but
To be fair,
it's just I'm not really into that anymore. So I'm just
Yeah.
time just going, oh, I'll do this and that. Yeah.
You know what?
And I have.
We-
I'm turning it into like. Sorry.
You know what we need to do? We need to take car, go to Mum's, kill Phil, grab Liz, go to the Winchester. Oh wait, the pubs are closed.
Oh yeah. We should go to the pubs. We should go to the Winchester. Do the
Winchester's
Golden
closed.
Mile. Do 15 pubs one night and. Oh yeah.
No, the Winchester's
But no,
closed.
my plan of the, like one of my new plans is to basically kind of just turn the main thing into kind of just like a bit of a review channel, because that's sort of the thing I'm doing right now with Universals and that. And I kind of, it's like you can only do like a couple of stuff like once a month. I was lucky to kind of get in my first couple of months that many. Then again, 2019 for us last year was a bit of a terrible year for them. So if somebody comes in and just says I'm going to do this amount of stuff, and then they'll just go, yeah, I don't mind, and then it goes by the end. And now it's been a bit more organized now, where we've kind of like we're having like about 4 or 5 stuff in the month, like compared to what it was last year, where there was only like 1 or 2, and that. But the problem is I kind of want to do my own stuff. Like I've had ideas to kind of do like the cringiest game I've ever played, and that, and like I don't know, because there's a couple of stuff I've always wanted to kind of personally, and that, and then like some personal videos, like my best ever, what is my favorite ever fan film, and that, and what's my worst, and you know what I like about this and what I like about that. But the problem is, it's just that's why I kind of want to end the orders of that, so I can kind of work on that sort of stuff. But by that time, I just think by 2021, you're not going to be into that stuff anymore. And I've only got a couple of months left in education, and that it's just it's not. Gonna
Yeah,
be
then you're out. Go away.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just that's the problem, and
What?
maybe when I was younger, I would have been able to do that, but it just depends.
Well,
I have a
I think
new.
I've rambled enough.
I have a new hatred for YouTube now.
What is
yeah.
it?
I had a video that was up for like I don't know how many weeks, and now when I go to look through my stuff, somehow it's been deleted. I don't know how.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I had
Probably
a
been hacked.
no. It's yeah, I don't know. It's
The
somebody.
only reason I say that is because I remember there was one thing that I had unlisted, and then all of a sudden I think the other day the next day I was on public, and I said I didn't want that up or something like that, and then I was really kind of I changed the password and that, and I've changed it so many times since then. But I do that usually about every month or so. So it kind of like this is getting weird. I don't think I should talk about this.
You know, I'm sorry to interject, but I just found I've got a really funny idea. We could get the master from that hit TV show Doctor Who to make one of those coronavirus stay-at-home videos.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
It is I, the
I'll-
master
I'll-
from that
I'll-
hit TV show. You should all stay at home and wash your hands, otherwise you'll get a moo-ha-ha.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I might actually just send that to Sam and just
Because it'll be a funny meme.
yes.
Yes.
It will. Yes. I feel tired now.
Anyway, yeah, that's a good call. We should really end off.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to end off, but like we just
I'm gonna
messed up.
I'm gonna throw a few things at the wall here.
Yeah. You want to say anything?
Yeah. Don't
Little
punch
disappointed.
walls.
I mean, I won't, but like when that happens, like I know for sure I did not delete that video. Like,
Mhm.
anyways,
Okay.
yes, that's
Yeah.
it.
Any more words to say before I end off?
Stay safe.
Yeah. Stay safe. Stay home. No
Yeah.
matter how sad we are. weeks. Just stay home.
Stay home. Yeah.
Watch the Master Diaries.
And,
watch our
just
enjoy
plan
our
to go to
podcast.
the Winchester.
But don't go. But don't go really because the pubs are closed.
Oh, okay. It'll be close.
So stay
There's
so go
zombies
home.
getting
Stay home and have a
eaten
nice cup of tea and wait for all this to blow over. Thank you for enjoying.
Yes.
Yay.